Yo, peace was good. Welcome to the install of my CD collection. It's part 57. Bought a couple of CDs, more than a couple. It's been collecting since over the past month or two. Not that long ago, but for like a month. And I bought some other stuff this week and then like the week before and then the week before that. But anyways, I just thought I'd just show you some of the CDs I got in my digs. Alright, the first CD of the video is Rage Against the Machine. This is their debut album, Rage Against the Machine, self-titled. This is the 20th anniversary because this album came out in 1992. This is the 2012 edition, making it 20 years. You guys should know about Rage Against the Machine. I showed you guys their second album, Evil Empire, like a while back, and their Battle of Los Angeles. Well, this is their first album. If you guys know about Rage Against the Machine, you already know what they're about. They have that real political vibe to their music, but like it's really like angry music that niggas is going in, you know what I mean? It's just causing mayhem and shit like that. There's 4 singles off the album. The singles are Bomb Track, Bullet in the Head, Freedom, and Killing in the Name. Those are the 4 singles off the album. Very great album. The only difference with this album and the original is the cover. In the cover, like in the original, is the mug you see like is more up close, but like with this one is like more spread out, so you see everything. You see the car, you see like all the civilians and shit like that. But yeah, Rage Against the Machine, released in 1992, dope album right here. All right, next album right here is a group from San Francisco, the Disposable Heroes of Hypocrisy. This is their first album. They have 2 albums, this one and another album that came out in 93. This is called Hypocrisy is the Greatest Luxury. This album right here, shout out to my dude Adam Lee on Facebook. He hooked me up with the CD. He had it, he's like he wasn't really feeling the album. So he feel like, since I'm kinda like open minded when it comes to hip hop, like he's like, you know what? I'll let you give it. He'll bless me with the album. So he did. Thank you for that. When I heard this album, well, for one, like I've always liked this cover, like I've always seen it, but I never knew what the album was about. So luckily he had it, he gave it to me, and based on me listening to this album, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Public Enemy just by the way he was rapping and things like that, and it has like an industrial feel to it. It's like hip hop, but it's like industrial at the same time. So it's, like I said, it's reminiscent of like Bomb Squad production in a sense. Not as good, but you know what I'm trying to say. There's four members of the group, or the band I should say. Michael Franti, who is right here. Ronald C or Say, I think that's how you say his name. Charlie Hunter and Simone White. Those are the 4 members of the group. What's crazy is that I forget who told me this, but something that I looked up. But like, when they would do live performances, like one of the members would like bring out a chainsaw and just start like sawing like random shit and things like that. And that was like pretty much part of the routine of the shows. I thought that was pretty cool. But based on this listening, very original, very experimental, very ahead of its time. It's not for everybody, but like I said, I would have to do a full enough review of this album right here. The Disposable Heroes of Hypocrisy. Name of the industrial hip hop group. The name of the album is called Hypocrisy is the Greatest Luxury, released in 1992. Then we got the late and great Sean Price, with his debut album Monkey Bars, released in 2005. I did the Rest in Peace Sean P. You guys know that I explained that I was looking for this album, and when he died, the album went out of print quick, with the quickness to the point like where you couldn't find this album anywhere. Like it was going for crazy amount of money. Like I said that before. I put a disclaimer: people, do not raise the prices just because the man died. That's like disrespectful to his family, disrespectful to him, to the Duck Down family, because they're not making money out of that. But anyways, finally got my hands on this album, thank God. But the only difference with this album is, if you can see right here, the RIP. You know what I mean? That's how you can tell this is the reissue. So this is the reissue. It's not the original. So just let you guys know. That's how you can tell. Yeah, it says 2005, but like I said, the RIP would tell you, would show you that it's the original. So I mean, it's a reissue. Excuse me. So you have the original. Definitely keep that because that's a collector's item. So as you can see, but yeah, known for singles like Heartburn, Onion Head featuring Tech of Smith and Wesson, Boom Baye, love that joint right there. I mean, and he's dope live too. I've met him. You know, I already explained that in the video, in the RP Sean Price video. He's dope live, man. If you guys haven't seen him perform, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, you definitely missed out. But yeah, very, very dope, man. Classic album right here, right? Oh, and then the other single is Rising to the Top. That song was actually my introduction to Sean Price and Aguilar, because Aguilar made the beat, and that's at that time Sean P and Aguilar was running, like, you know, chilling heavy, making music together and stuff like that. But Sean Price, Monkey Bars, releasing 2005. You pick it up, and it is back in stock. So you go to undergroundhiphop.com, Amazon, all the internet outlets that you can find a CD. So you guys have no excuse not to buy that album, but if you don't have it. Anyways, getting back to the CD collection. Next album is Klive, Craven, and Play Plenty with Diary of a Boss Part 2. I did a review on this the other day. You know, if you guys haven't checked that, definitely check that out. Like I said, I like this one a little bit better because I like the consistency with a producer. Like, I don't know, I'm a fan of like a collab album with just one producer and one MC. You know what I mean? It's pretty dope, but you know, it is what it is. Dope EP, I should say. And then the next album was Diary of Boss Part 3, which I did like a joint review. So if you guys haven't peeped that, definitely check that out. Shout out to my dude Klive Craven. He blessed me with these 2 CDs. Well, he blessed me with 4 CDs, but which I'll show the next 2. But like I said, I did a review. If you haven't peeped it, definitely check it out. Dope stuff right here. Very dope. This was released in 2014, and this was 2015. And then we got Klive Craven with The Musicmaker. This was released in 2014. I have to do a review on this album. I haven't done a review of it yet. Yeah, man. Definitely stay tuned for a review soon. I don't know when, but it will happen. I got more CDs that I want to review. I might do one tomorrow. I'm not sure, but depending on how I feel. But yeah, Musicmaker by Klive Craven. Definitely will be doing a review on this joint right here. Thank you, Klive Craven, for the CDs. You know what I mean? And thank you for liking the reviews. I'm glad you enjoyed them, brother. All right. And the last of the Klive Craven CDs are My Life in Black and White, released in 2014. Shout out to my nigga Misanthropic One, my nigga. You know, he actually reviewed this album in his video in his channel. If you're not subscribed to Misanthropic One, definitely subscribe to that dude. That dude's official. Like, you know, definitely there be times where like I don't feel like doing reviews. I look at his reviews. He make me want to go do reviews. So shout out to that dude right there. And you know, I respect the direction that he's going with it, with his channel too. Like, he's doing more like black empowerment, you know, type of stuff, and I'm for that. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he reviewed this album. Very dope, very short but very dope, very accurate. So definitely gotta take a listen to this album. I listen to all the CDs, but I have to do a thorough listen for me to do the review. So that's what I like to try to do. But yeah, Klive Craven, Black and White, My Life in Black and White, released in 2014. Alright. Then we got my man Pharoahe Monch with Internal Affairs, released in 1999. It's funny because I already have the CD, but I needed the case because I lost the case when I moved down from New York back in '02. So, but yeah, man, you guys should know Pharoahe Monch. You know, it's one half of Organized Confusion. You know, yeah, man, definitely one of the illest MCs. He's dope live. I met him one time. at the Duck Down concert I went to 5 years ago. But yeah, man, singles known for Simon Says and The Light. Those are the two singles off the album, and it's crazy because this album is actually out of print. And the reason why is because it's a couple of reasons. Well, for one, because of the use of the Godzilla sample for Simon Says, and also because at the time it has a lot to do with label politics. Because I think at the time, Priority Records, Ruckus Records were going to merge with Geffen Records, and Pharoahe felt some type of way. He didn't want to join with them, so because of that, that kind of put a stop to the production of the CD. And it makes sense because Geffen Records kind of screwed over Lost Professor with his first album, the LP, and which caused him to put it out independently back in 2002, then finally put it out in 2009. So I can see why he didn't do that, but I think that's the reason why he stopped. He saw that happen to Lost Pro. He didn't want that happening to him, so it is what it is. But yeah, Pharoahe's Internal Affairs, classic album. If you can find it, definitely pick it up. I bought it used. I got it for like $17.99, but it's in pristine condition. I mean, look at that. It's not even cracked or anything. CD's in perfect condition. Pretty dope. You know what I mean? Can't ask for anything better. The price was a little hefty, but it was definitely worth it. It's definitely worth the money. But if you can finally get your hands on this, I highly recommend it. I heard rumors of him re-releasing this album. I'm not sure. If you guys know that, let me know. But that would be dope, man. But yeah, Pharoahe's Internal Affairs, released in 1999. See how much time I got left. Yeah, I still got some time in the bed. Alright. Alright. We got Memphis Bleek's second album, The Understanding, released in 2000. You guys should know who Memphis Bleek is. He's part of Rockefeller. He was Jay-Z's prodigy at one point. Then he just ended up doing his own thing afterwards. Alright. It's his second album. I have his first album, the Coming of Age album, which I have to do a review album. I do a review eventually. But been trying to get this album for years. It's like one of those albums that I could have bought it, but at that time my mind wasn't even focused on buying Rockefeller records. At the time I had like a little, not beef, but I was just kind of like, I was like anti-Jay-Z, anti-Rockefeller, anything at the time. But Memphis Bleek is his second album. No fit singles like Do My featuring Jay-Z, My Mind Right, and Is That Your Chick, the Lost Verses. And it's funny because what My Mind Right, that was actually his first single, but for some reason it didn't appear on his first album, which it should have been, because I think it would have made this album a little bit. It would have got the album. That single would have gotten the album a little bit more attention, in my opinion. But that song actually was featured, well, the original version, I should say, it was just a Memphis Bleek solo track. It was featured on the Backstage soundtrack, but he actually put it on this album, like the remix with Jay-Z. And because of that remix with Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel, is it? Yeah, Beanie Siegel and H Money Bags, is why that song got some burn. Because before that, when it came out, it didn't really get any burn. I always liked that song, but it wasn't until the remixes when people started paying attention. And I remember High 97 used to play that shit like crazy. But anyways, yeah, and Is That Your Chick? And it's funny with that song, Is That Your Chick? The Lost Verses with Jay-Z, Twista, and Missy Elliott. Is That Your Chick was originally a Jay-Z song, because that was actually featured in the Life and Times of S. Carter on Volume 3. That was Jay-Z's song, so just throw that out there in case you guys didn't know. So, but yeah, Memphis Bleek, The Understanding, released in 2000. Alright, then you got my girl, What's the 411 by Mary J. Blige, released in 1992. I mean, yo, if you don't have this album, I don't know, in your collection, I don't know what to tell you, man. You don't have to be a fan of Mary J. Blige, but this is an album that everybody should have, especially my hip-hop heads. I mean, just by the sound that it came, just the sound of the, just some of the, like, the sound that it comes with, you know what I mean? Like, just the sound that it brought to the music world, like, you know, that Ron G sound, you know what I mean, where he would put drum, like, you know, boom bap drum beats, and like he would loop, like, you know, 80s, like 80s samples and stuff, like 80 R&B samples and stuff like that, and then that would be, you know, his music, or 80 R&B loops, I would say, and just put it onto that, and then she kind of carried that sound into this album, and that's what you get, man. It's like a whole different sound. The hip hop queen of soul, man. Mary J. Blige. I mean, you got songs like Reminisce, Real Love, You Remind Me, Love No Limit. I mean, you can't go wrong with those songs, man. Yeah, Remind Me, Real Love, Reminisce, Sweet Thing, and Love No Limit. Those are the 3 singles. Love No Limit by far is my favorite song off this album. It's like one of my all-time favorite Mary J. Blige songs. But yeah, What's the 411 by Mary J. Blige, released in 1992. Definitely Mary J. Blige in her prime. I don't care what nobody says, but that's just my opinion. Alright. Then we got Mary J. Blige's What's the 411 remix album. It's pretty much the same album, but with remixes. It's like with different beats, different lyrics, and things like that. I mean, this is a dope album. This is like, has like a little bit more of a hip hop flavor. It has MCs on it, on all the songs and stuff like that. I mean, you got MCs like, you know, Biggie, rest in peace, P Diddy, you know, Craig Mack, Heavy D, CL Smooth, or Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Kid Capri, Greg Nice, you know, KC from KC and JoJo from Jodeci. I mean, you can't go wrong with them, man. There's 2 singles off the album, You Don't Have to Worry and My Love. My Love, the remix with Heavy D, by far the best song off this album, in my opinion. But very dope album right here, highly recommended. If you guys liked What's the 411, then you'll definitely enjoy this joint right here. Definitely has like more of a hip hop flavor, even though the first one does it too, but it's like more soulful compared to this one. This has like a little bit more boom bap beats, but if you like that kind of thing, highly recommend it. If you like that Ron G sound, then this is definitely recommended. You know, definitely captures New York back in the early 90s, just cats rocking a Carhartt, the Timbs, you know what I mean, just all that shit. Carl Kanai, you know, the Champion of sweatshirts, all that, you know what I mean? Alright. Then we got her second album, My Life, released in 1994. Definitely the album that actually broke her through. That is pretty much considered her breakthrough album. Is what put her out in the world, that introduced her to the world, you know what I mean? You got songs like Mary Jane, You Bring Me Joy, which is my shit. I love that song. I'm Going Down, Be Happy, one of my all-time favorite songs as well. My Life. I mean, you can go. I could go on and on. I mean, classic album right here. Like I said, in her prime, Mary J. Blige in her prime. And it's unfortunate because around this time, you know, she was hooked on cocaine. She was on a lot of drugs, but it's fucked up to say, but that shit made her music the best in my opinion. And I believe this is her best-selling album, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, if you don't have this album, I highly recommend you get this album. I mean, I got those 3 Mary J. Blige albums for $5 each. I mean, so you have, at FYE, so you have no excuse not to own this album. But yeah, Mary J. Blige, My Life, released in 1994. Classic album right here. Alright, next album is Maxwell's second album, Embrya, released in 1998. You guys should know, you guys should know him. You know, I showed you guys a little bit of him, I showed you guys his first album, the Maxwell Urban Hank Suite, a couple of videos ago, or maybe like the last video I showed you guys there or whatever, I don't remember. But very dope album, a very different sound compared to the first album. This album has like a more how should I say it? Like a more deep sound, like a more like orchestra, like a more cinematic feel to it, like. And it's crazy too because I'm listening to the beats, like the production, and it reminded me of Sade, and it's because he was working with Stuart Mathewson, I think that's his name, who was the producer of Sade, who, you know, worked with Sade back in the day and stuff like that. And that explains it, because it definitely sounds like something that would that Sade would do. And because of that, a lot of people got turned off by the sound. People were kind of like I wasn't really feeling that. They wanted more of Urban Hank Sweet, but you didn't get that, so you got like a whole different sound. It has like a really new age, like a cinematic feel, more strings attached to it, you know, things like that, and that kind of turned people off. But definitely give this album a chance. Very underrated. I mean, some of my favorite songs, like you know, songs like I'm You, You Are Me, and We Are You, Drown Deep Hula. That's like one of my favorite songs of the album. Submerge, Till We Become the Sun, Gravity Pushing to Pull. I mean, this album is a dope album. Like I said, if you like that Sade sound, then you'll definitely enjoy this album right here. That's all I gotta say about that. Maxwell and Embrya, released in 1998. Pick it up. Then we got Cypress Hill's second album, Black Sunday, released in 1993. Came out 2 years after this. After the first album, Cypress Hill, I had to do a full-length album of that album and Temple of Boom. All right, and then I gotta do the fourth album. But anyways, known for singles of Insane in the Brain, It Ain't Going Out Like That, When the Shit Goes Down, and Liquor Shot. Those are the 4 singles of the album. Liquor Shot and Cock the Hammer, by far, is like my favorite songs of the album. Liquor Shot definitely should have had a video, especially Cock the Hammer. Cock the Hammer definitely should have been a single, but I could see Cock the Hammer being like a part 2 of How Could I Kill Her? How Could I Just Kill a Man? So that's probably why they didn't put it as a single. But yeah, man, very dark compared to the first album. But yeah, very dope album right here. Highly recommend it. You can find it, definitely pick it up. Like I said, I already had this album, but you know, like I didn't have the case, so I found it when I went digging and found it, so I had to pick it up. But Cypress Hill, Black Sunday, released in 1993. Then we got Iron Flag. This is Wu-Tang's 4th album, released in 2001. Yeah, Iron Flag. Yeah, known for singles as Uzi, Pinky Ring, Y'all Been Warned, which they have a video for. I think Radioactive was a single too, if I'm not mistaken. And Rules, those were the singles. And Back in the Game, those are the singles off the album. Yeah, this album was kind of one of their worst albums in my opinion. But I would have to do like I would have to do like an introduction of Wu-Tang. But I remember saying this album was garbage, and then I kind of had a back and forth with one of the because I guess somebody posted the video for Y'all Been Warned, and I just felt like it's one of the best songs off the album that wasn't that good, and I got chewed out and stuff like that. But I was defending myself, and I just wasn't too crazy about this album. But again, this is another album that I have, but I just don't have the case, so just bought it again. So you know what I mean. But yeah, Iron Flag with Wu-Tang, released in 2001. Then we got Jay-Z's his 9th album, Kingdom Come, released in 2006. 3 years after Black Album. He took a break. There's 4 singles off the album, well 5 I should say. Show Me What You Got, Lost One, which is like the Dr. Dre sound, the Dr. Dre produced song, 30 Something, and Hollywood, and I want to say the song Minority Report, which they have a video for, which was like an MTV only exclusive video, so that's why I count that as a single, where he talks about, you know, Katrina and stuff like that. But yeah, not his best album. I feel like the sound was pretty rushed in my opinion. But yeah, I already explained that in the and the introduction to Jay-Z. Definitely check that video out if you guys haven't seen that. But yeah, Jay-Z Kingdom Come, released in 2006. This is the deluxe edition. It comes with the DVD and it comes with the CD, obviously. So you know, I had to pick it up. It was like $9.99 used, but definitely had to pick it up. And I just bought it because to be a completist and stuff like that. So I just might as well get the rest of his albums. But yeah, Kingdom Come by Jay-Z, released in 2006. Last but not least is Nick Wiz latest edition, latest album or compilation album, I should say, Cellar Sounds Volume 4. It's pretty much a lot of songs that were unreleased that he had in the vaults, the songs that he worked on people that never saw the light of day, and he was nice enough to put it in 2 discs. And I mean, I already showed you guys Volume 3, but Nick Wiz, man, I need 1 and 2, but them shits is hard to come by. And he did say once they come out, they come out, and once they run out, that's it. He's not making any more. So, which sucks. But you know, I need 1, 2, and I need the Ran Reed joint. But yeah, if you guys like 90s hip hop, boom bap, you like Nick Wiz. If you guys are familiar with Cellar Dwellers, the Realms of Reality album, like that sound, then you'll definitely enjoy this sound. Like, imagine 2 disc worth of sounds like that, then you'll get that joint like that. But you'll get an album like that, but with a whole bunch of artists. You know, cats like Shabam Sadiq, Phantasm of Cellar Dwellers, Chino XL, Pudgy the Fat Bastards, Ran Reed, I mean Entice, Gage the Mental Murderer. Dope shit right here, highly recommended. And that's it, folks. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for the love. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace.